The Forza scooter line, which has been available in Europe since 2013, began with the Forza 300 and later the 125. Honda's Big Bore Maxi scooter was introduced in 2021 as the flagship model. More than 250,000 Forza-branded machines have been sold in Europe alone, making Honda a major success. However, the 750 is more than just an adult scooter. Although it seems to be a typical scooter from the outside and has scooter features like footrests and a semi-step-through riding posture, it really has a true motorbike below with 22 liters of storage capacity behind the fold-down seat. The Forza 750 really resembles Honda's XADV adventure scooter in appearance. And it continues to do so. In 2025, the two motorcycles have an even closer bond because, in addition to having the same 745 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, DCT automatic transmission, steel double cradle frame, aluminum swing arm, and electronics package as the NC750, they also have a strikingly similar appearance. One of the most significant changes is the Forza's redesigned front end, which is more in line with the XADV profile and has a sleeker, sharper, and more aggressive appearance. In contrast to the XADV, which employed an antiquated manual display, it even had an electrically changeable display. The Forza 750's equipment specs make it clear that it is Honda's top-tier scooter. A new projector LED headlamp with indicators, a refreshed instrument panel and display design, new switches including cruise controls, a redesigned seat with more deeply padding but the same seat height, along with smoother DCT automatic gearshifts at low speeds along with walking speeds are just a few of the updates shared by the 2025 XADV and the Forza. Cast wheels rather than spokes, the same 17-inch front and 15-inch rear sizes, a shorter travel suspension along with a lower overall seat height, larger diameter front brakes discs, and electrically adjustable screens, fairing-mounted mirrors, and minor details like a USB port on the handlebar rather than under the seat are the primary distinctions between the Forza and the XADV. Many of the chassis elements included with the Forza 750 are carried over from the 2021 model. The Forza's front and rear rims measure 17 inches and 15 inches, respectively. The 17-inch rim offers it traditional motorcycle-style handling and steering. The fantastic 120/70 and 160/60 Pirelli Diablo Rosso were used to create the new 3x3 spoke cast wheels for the Forza. Showa suspension has a preload-only rear shock with 120 mm of travel and a non-adjustable 41 mm USD fork. The design limitations of the scooter type typically restrict will travel on maxi scoots, which affects ride quality and bump handling. However, the will travel of the Forza is identical to that of a traditional motorbike. The suspension travel of the closely comparable NC750X, which has the same engine and chassis, is also same. Additionally, the Forza handles like a reliable, well-built motorbike. The riding posture is the one area where handling is compromised. It might seem odd to have your feet and legs do little more than lie flat on the foot pegs, your hands and body perform the most of the steering. However, the ride quality is generally good, and only a large pothole or a lengthy, uneven ride would highlight the Forza's suspension design's shortcomings, or riding position. It's difficult to use your elbows and knees to absorb bumps on a scooter. Honda claims that the Forza benefits from the additional stability. Therefore the front brakes of the Forza are Nissan 4-pot radial calipers that operate on 320 mm discs, which are a few bigger in diameter than the XADV. The Forza has a manual handbrake above the right handlebar that connects to a caliper suspended at the bottom of the rear brake disc. A traditional rear caliper is positioned above the disc, and it also employs Honda's automatic DCT transmission. In accordance with correct twist and go, the left handlebar lever controls the rear brake. In actual use, using it as a clutch doesn't take long to stop. By using both brakes simultaneously, Honda's connected ABS system will activate, bringing the rather hefty 236 kg Forza to a quick stop in an emergency. Because almost all of the rider's weight is supported on their bottom rather than via their feet, legs, or handlebars, as is the case with traditional cycles, max scooters usually offer the comfort of a short travel riding posture. However, scooters aren't often made to go great distances. Honda refers to the Forza as their GT, or Grand Touring, scooters, and it has a 200-mile tank range. It also has the option of hard panniers in the top box, so the form and material of the seat are important. Thankfully, the 2025 Forza boasts a very decent standard seat with the same 790mm seat height but 10% more urethane cushioning. In order to improve foot access underfoot, the seat form has also been reprofiled to taper more softly. This is crucial when feet must pass over the step boards, and the fairing above the step boards has also been reprofiled for 2025 to provide additional legroom. In addition, Honda produces a more comfortable seat for the Forza. You could ask why that is an option. Shouldn't a motorbike seat be as comfy as feasible by default? The same engine that powers the NC750X and XADV Maxi Scoots, Honda's 270 degrees, SOHC, 745 cubic centimeters parallel twin, drives the Forza 750. It is not a very powerful engine because of its square design, which is allegedly taken from half of the engine of a Honda Jazz. Its 80mm stroke is greater than its 77mm bore. Similar to the NC750X and XADV, Honda claims just 50.9 lb-ft at 4,750 rpm and 57.8 horsepower at 6,750 rpm. The Forza has a low center of gravity and reliable handling because to its low, tubular steel frame and comparatively tall powerplant that is angled forward. The Forza is rather fast for a maxi scoot, but not so much for a 750 cubic centimeters bike. With a little wriggling of the throttle, the well-behaved Beetle can gladly cut through most metropolitan traffic and is swift from a stop. Honda's DCT dual-clutch transmission technology, which eliminates the clutch lever and makes stalling impossible, provides very flawless automated upshifts and downshifts in the Forza.